Guys, welcome back once again. God is at work. I repeat, God is at work. Confusions now floating everywhere because God has now decided that this is the right time for Nnamdi Kanu to get released. You know, Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention over some years now, but God has finally decided that this is the right time that he will hammer confusions everywhere. And now it is safe to tell you guys that there are heated tensions and confusions ongoing between Tinubu and Omotosho as the both of them keep confessing about Nnamdi Kanu's case. They are both making confessions after the pressure from the ICC. The ICC really put on a very disciplined and well-known pressure, because the pressure now has now forced Tinubu and Omotosho to come to a disagreement. And now they are both confessing, but without moving further. Before moving further, if you are new to this channel, do well to like this channel videos, share this channel videos, always leave a free Nnamdi Kanu in the comment section, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button and turn on this channel notification bell so that you won't be missing anything about Nnamdi Kanu. So heated confusions are ongoing everywhere, disagreement between them, because now when God works in a mysterious way. You know, I told you guys that you cannot just try a man of God, a man that prophesied things that comes to reality. He prophesied about the ongoing crying of Christians. He said that this will happen. And he said that in some years to come, the Islam will want to Islamize Nigeria and turn Nigeria into an Islamic country. But we shouldn't let that happen. When he said it, we all fold our arms and watch him say something like that. Now, it is what is going on in reality if you're checking it. Despite Donald Trump trying to intervene for Christians, they are buying Christians so much in the northern part of Nigeria. But I'm very glad now that God has now concluded and said, no, my child must go, my child must be set free. So Nnamdi Kanu is set for freedom. I told you that despite everything that Omotosho and Tinubu want to do, that Nnamdi Kanu will definitely be released. Well, without wasting much of your time, there are several video clips that will be displayed on screen. It's very important not to miss just particular videos. Watch just particular videos to the end.
Alex Oti has done well. In fact, I give him kudos for what he has done, the effort he's making. And for me, any effort that will bring Nnamdi Kanu out of that prison is welcomed by me. Even if it's the whole governors or one person. Any person that has the ears of the president can do the job on behalf of every other person. Because there are some governors that will not go because of how committed they are. You know, so we don't need the crowd here. If one person can have the ear of the president concerning Nnamdi Kanu, it's welcomed by me. At least they are talking. Yes, and the man gave assurance that very soon he will come out. So yes, that means that the discussion is going on, yes. So
the conversation around political will and solution towards getting him out should be the next move.
Of course, because since the case has been decided, what else?
And a young man wake up, call Nnamdi Kanu, say my people have been marginalized. You went to kidnapping in Kenya. The same thing Sunday Boy is fighting for, the same thing Aziz is fighting for, the same thing Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. So why is Nnamdi Kanu different that you sentence him? You are beating the drum that you cannot dance. And when it comes, I and you will be here. The way you call Igbo said it. Igbo never opened their mouth to say Lagos is a no man's land. That word was spoken by Alhaji Lateef Jakande, the former executive governor of Lagos State. May his soul rest in perfect peace. He said it wasn't Igbo people. Let Igbo breathe. Igbo this, Igbo that, Igbo this, Igbo that. What is wrong? You go to Ondo, go to all this northern part of Nigeria, go and see what the Igbo people do there. Go to Kanu, go to Futawa Baliwa Square, go to Tafa Baliwa Street, go to Southern Kaduna, Kafansha, Kagoro, Gidanwaya, Godogodo, Mancho, go and see. In my state, in Ondo, come and see what Igbo people are doing there. Igbo people, they will turn desert to the city. But what do? I'm a Yoruba man. When Yoruba make money in abroad, they go home, they say Lela Bosimioko, but anywhere Igbo man find themselves, that is where they belong. They build the place. So until you realize that your politician, Igbo has no problem. And I can tell you, if they separate themselves today, me and you, we are here. But why are you still afraid of giving them? Look at me, screen record me. I don't care. I'm a typical Omo Yoruba ni mi, abi mi londo, mo dagba sondo. Let me tell you my pedigree nondo. Emi Omo Lujo mo do bore so de owo pa. So me not think say na one Igbo guy dey talk. And I've been in this job of military for 35 years. I have 2 years to go. So until we begin to tell ourselves the truth, that Igbo is not our problem, but the politician, your vice president today, these are the people that started Boko Haram, Kasim Shettima, himself and Modu Sharif. But today, is your vice president. Your president's son sitting one by one with Gumi, eating cola. You didn't say anything, but you keep mentioning Igbo, 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 Igbo. You push Igbo people to the wall, and that's why they went back. Look, moderator, I'm really hot. Let me stop here.
3 people were killed. Now, here is where the mockery becomes painful. This same Nigerian government that acts confused in Isa, this same government can suddenly move with speed when it wants to. When River State politics became a national movie, the presidency didn't say we are still monitoring. It declared the state of emergency, full force, full broadcast suspensions, caretaker administration, one hand, no mistake. So Nigeria has emergency energy when it's politically urgent. But when villagers are being chased out of their homes like it's happening in Sokoto right now, suddenly it's complex. We have to be careful about the way that we handle this thing. Is River State more Nigerian than Sokoto State? Do northern villagers not deserve the same urgency? And then there's Kanu Namdi. Whatever your opinion about Kanu, this is a fact the world can read. Nnamdi Kanu was adopted all the way from Kenya and brings a man back, but Nigeria cannot reach his LGA, his local government area, and secure villages from a man who is already inside of Nigeria. How can we not do something that simple, but we can bring a man back all the way from Kenya? A man that is in Nigeria cannot be arrested by Nigeria. So I must ask, is Kenya closer than Sokoto?
With the federal government dramatically outspending Biafran secessionist groups as both sides seek President Donald Trump's ear over claims of a Christian genocide. The administration and its allies have moved swiftly to counter separatist narratives in the U.S. Capitol, signing a $750,000 a month deal for 6 months renewable contract with the Republican-linked DCI group to press Abuja's. Well, the scale of the contract dwarfs that of the shadowy and unknown Biafran Republic government in exile, which is paying up $66,000 a month to the smaller Madison and Washington lobbying firm to push for sanctions against Nigerian officials, greater U.S. engagement with a putative Biafran administration, and even support for military strikes and favorable oil deals with Washington in an unidentified future Biafra.
So if Biafra, the people promoting Biafra, if they are going to the U.S. and they are paying how much? $60,000 to sell their own story, that Igbos have been marginalized and persecuted in Nigeria, and that the idea of a Republic of Biafra will be a good proposition. I think it makes sense that the Nigerian government too is in that space. It's not about the money. It's about the fact that the Nigerian government wants to be heard, so that there's not just one voice in the room. On December 12, 2025, the Nigerian government paid $4.5 million for 6 months, and the contract is renewable for another 6 months. So the lobbyists, what they will be doing basically is to get the Nigerian voice into the room who will speak up. And finally, those Biafra separatists who are looking for lobbyists in America, they can spend their $60,000, but they should know, they should be reminded that it's an act of sabotage against the Nigerian state. If you are still a patriot, if you are still a citizen, and you are sabotaging the Nigerian state, demarketing your country within the international sphere, there are consequences in that particular regard. Everybody should be well advised before we are told tomorrow that we are not supporting people who are following self-determination rules.
Lobbying.
Dr. Ruben Abati, in my mind, sincerely, I would have loved to call you a foolish man at this point in time. But let me not call you a foolish man. Let's take it gradually and deliberately. Right? I want to respond to your assertions in regards to this topic. Fine. Let's assume the Biafrans lobbied the United States in regards the fact that there is need for them to have Biafra land. Right? So the next question that should come to our mind and every reasonable person's mind is the fact that why are they lobbying for Biafra? Just like you equally said it, marginalization, right? And you quite agree with me, everybody will quite agree with me that marginalization cannot be proven on paper. Because just like every other part have senators or whatever, they equally have that and some government interventions, right? But I want to prove it, I want to put it to you. Show me at any point in time that any party have actually zoned the presidency to Igbo land, considering and having in mind that these are the third or the second most populous tribes in Nigeria. If politics is to be dwelled on the virtue of the fact that the majority actually takes that, you will quite agree with me that there is no party in the history of Nigeria that have actually zoned presidency to the Igbo people, right?